Welcome Libra, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your May new moon reading. The new moon of April 30th actually is a solar eclipse in 10 degrees of Taurus conjuncting Uranus and 14 degrees of Taurus. Solar eclipses encourage us to look towards our present condition as we create our future rather than looking towards the past or our memory as we would with a lunar eclipse. So this is a beautiful opportunity for us to make the changes that we would ordinarily be very resistant to make creative, innovative changes that we have been learning about as we have mined our really difficult unconscious and subconscious patterns of behavior. We've been addressing these throughout the many months from the last fall of retrograde planets and activities, and we are now having an opportunity to gently, pleasurably implement changes in our personal lives and in our communities. So I have laid out the cards of the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. I will clarify with the African Tarot and finish off with an Oracle card. If you enjoy these readings, if you find them useful, please like and subscribe to my channel. And let's get started, Libra, with overall energy card, the Two of Cups. It almost seems to me that this might have come up for you recently in another reading, Libra, the Two of Cups. And the reason I'm resonating to this particular card is that the Two of Cups speaks about balance. Obviously, that's a Libra energy. It's also a very Venusian energy. The Two of Cups relates to the two paths on the Lovers cards. It also relates to Venus's qualities of attraction and repulsion. So this is how relationships are evaluated in terms of giving and receiving, the way we balance out that energy. It also relates to relationships in as much as we develop and cultivate a relationship with ourselves. This is you growing in self-knowledge, self-understanding, and the ability to care and nurture for your highest potential, this highest self, which becomes more and more evident as you connect more and more deeply with yourself, and also provides the foundation for all relationships, not simply with other people, but with our desires, our goals, with the things that we pursue from an authentic space. So if you are in love, Libra, you are most assuredly in love with self in the best possible way, so that all of your connections are becoming increasingly authentic and deeply familiar to you. In the beginning of May, we have the Nymph for the Page of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. You have really opened up your heart. You are opening up your heart. You're at a time where you are, like the energy of the Two of Cups, really more and more available to the use of your imagination. Your creative potential is being unleashed as you are also more aware of your desire to be learn and explore and open up your emotions, your feelings, and the landscape of your life. So that narrative, that poetic, romantic energy that you're feeling is one that is protected by the depth of your self-knowledge, by your depth of connection with self, because it's very clear to me that there are many ideas and communications. There is unwanted input, and opinions about the things you do, your thoughts, your desires, that tap into and trigger, quite possibly, any sense of insecurity or doubt you may be experiencing about these newly, barely formed ideas and yearnings. The Page of Cups also indicates messages, heartfelt messages, love letters, that there is a part of you that wants to criticize or belittle or minimize or even dismiss. However, there is part of you that is cultivating a greater ability to detach yourself from these powerful feelings in order to understand the way that your thoughts create your reality and the way in which you can cultivate thoughts to create a more desirable reality. So you are very tapped into the inspiration of the time. However, it is the emotional triggers that you are cultivating the ability to witness without reacting, but rather responding with a plan and inspiration, an understanding of the truth beneath the communications that you are receiving. Towards the second part of May, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So through this process, you are working hard. You are inspired to not only work hard, but also to try something new, to expand your base, to move away from an area of expertise into an area that is unfamiliar to you in an attempt to broaden, to expand, to grow. And this is a time where you're testing the waters of a new idea or a new opportunity. You are putting out your feelers and you are waiting for the results of that as a part of this desire to expand your world, your reach. And this is garnering you a ton of confidence. You are gaining confidence as you begin on a new path, as you're inspired to work and love the effort of crafting, the effort of mistressing or mastering your craft, a new skill, a new area of knowledge, a new area of growth. You are building something with such fierce dedication that it is encouraging you, building your bravery to move out, to expand, to move into uncharted territory. And towards the middle of May, we have the Five of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Four of Cups. So this is another five. You are fielding a lot of change here. The Five of Cups is talking as much about this powerful healing process that you're going through at this time, as does the Four of Cups. So there is this experience of loss, of grieving that you are still navigating. This is part of the collective healing that we're all doing. You are reviewing that loss and that grieving, and in many ways, the shadow work that you've been doing, or the work in which you objectify or attempt to look at, objectively observe your triggers, the patterns of behavior, actions, communication that are not helping you, that don't move you closer, that in fact are reactive to the blocks that you see as your experience as a victim. As you face those demons, as you identify those habits that are your habits, that keep you from moving in the direction you want to, you are gaining a sense of gratitude as you recognize what is traditionally left in the pictorial, the visual of the Five of Cups is the spilled cups here and the remaining two cups upright. These two cups that mirror and identify self-knowledge, self-care, self-nurturance, respect, deep connection and communication that is based on your self-knowledge. So out of this grieving process of loss that you are still experiencing and assessing, you're learning how to recognize the opportunities and the growth in what we commonly refer to as heartaches, betrayals, loss. So that is fueling this ability of yours to balance these things. In another deck, an old Egyptian deck, this card was called the Grand Alchemist. And that is what I propose to you, exactly what you're doing. You are taking your base instincts and you are refining them into the spiritual goal, your higher refined senses. So the alchemist transmuted lead to gold. And they did that with the use of a philosopher's stone. I mean, there was a whole process that was pseudoscientific. However, the metaphor was apt. The philosopher's stone is the stone of truth, your truth. And as you apply dispassionately a real understanding of your experiences, of your base instincts, then you are gaining a recognition that these challenges were actually gifts. And finally, as you are assessing, you are gaining, you are building up the things that you desire. You are creating a base of knowledge. This feels like something, it feels unfamiliar, I will say that. This new sense of release you're experiencing, of connection with yourself, this new reliance on yourself as a source of power, determination, courage, passion, that magnetizes others towards you is still unfamiliar to you, Libra. You are still not clear on this newness. You feel new, you feel enlightened, you feel better able to manage the powerful feelings that you're experiencing. But it feels unsatisfying in some ways, and that's this former lens of yourself. You're not sure if what you have is what you want. It's not what you asked for, but what you are encouraged to sense, to feel, to understand that you have what you need as the basis to pursue the desire, your vision, to build what it is you want. I'm going to clarify the Three of Wands at the very middle of your reading with the Knight of Swords and the Sun. So the gift in all of this hard work you've been doing on yourself, looking at those uncomfortable patterns, freeing yourself from this cycle of grieving and feeling that there have been instances, significant instances, where you were preyed upon, you were victimized, to this conscious cultivation of a new perspective. The Knight of Swords shows you exploring new ways of thinking, new ways of implementing the many inspirations you have gained, the new ideas, the new concepts, thoughts, a new way of being, a new inspiration has been really focused on your happiness. This many purport to be the happiest card in the deck. is very much about your enlightenment. As you receive this enlightenment about the best way forward, the most authentic you beneath the layers of socially cultivated persona, you are enlightening your load. This work, this tremendous work that you are doing on yourself in full consciousness, is becoming lighter and lighter and more playful. You are releasing the tremendous natural gifts that you came into this world with. You are enlightening your purpose, and part of that purpose is to bring the happiness that you're able now to experience to a greater degree to others, to share that with others, so that your enlightenment not only lightens your load, but lightens the work and effort of others. This is a liberation. I'm going to finish up your reading with a botanical inspiration card and ask again, if you are enjoying or finding this reading useful, to please like and subscribe to my channel. And I've pulled the yellow rose. The key words are enthusiasm and friendship. A single rose can be my garden, a single friend, my world. I'm going to leave it here, Libra, and thank you for your time and attention. And until next time, Namaste.